today we've got a good topic. We're going to talk about the new food pyramid that has been released
Mm-hmm.
by none other than, who is this, the USDA?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, USDA.
Mm-hmm. They switched the pyramid up a little bit.
A little bit. Let's actually pull up the old one. Um, Images. All right. So let's see. I guess we were using my plate, right? All right. With the my plate situation, our old one. Oh, it's not sharing. Hold on. Can I just share the tab, the whole tab, and nothing but the tab?
You can change the screen settings so that way it's a split screen.
Got it. Okay, here we go. So this was kind of the old one that we were looking at prior to, was it earlier this year, I think is when they released this.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at good strong portion of vegetables and grains, a little bit of fruit, good amount of protein, and then just a little cup of milk on the side, some dairy,
What a dairy on the side.
a little dollop of daisy.
What you do for a dollar?
So yeah, we're very vegetable forward. 50% of the diet is fruits, vegetables, probably another 25% ish, 30%
Yeah,
grains,
yeah.
and then that last bit is protein. What it looks like now, do, we get an upside down pyramid,
Going Asian on
right?
them.
So I think the biggest change I see is down here at the bottom, we've got whole grains.
Mm-hmm.
We went from a pretty sizable chunk
Yeah,
to bottom of the bottom there. So that's
yeah.
an interesting choice.
They're sitting at like 10%
Mm-hmm.
versus that hard 30 they were doing before.
Yep. Um, I mean, doing some pre-research for this actually, someone brought up a really good point. Intuitively, we're gonna read this left to right because we're
Right.
American, right? That we read
Right.
left to right. So looking at this from that lens, we've got very protein, dairy heavy now, which I'm not opposed to. I don't know about the dairy piece as much.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should probably slide down a little further. And on the right side, we've got our fruits and vegetables all kind of bundled up here. Let's say that's, can I not
That's a pretty
highlight it?
large amount of the fruits and vegetables. Think
Yeah,
about it.
let's
If
see.
you look at it, it like takes over almost the entire right side. Yeah.
There we go. You can see the circle.
Mm-hmm.
All
I don't
right.
think the avocados are in there. I think the avocados are in with the oils and butters.
I mean, they are, but
Right, but at the same time.
I think it's there because it's probably you're getting more of those same nutrients
Hmm.
versus a strawberry. So I'm
Hmm.
wondering if that's how they grouped it or if that even makes a difference to them. So yeah, I mean, a good chunk of fruits, vegetables. We've got dairy on this side, not dairy, proteins on this side. I'm gonna include beans, nuts, and that proteins. A little crazy circle for you there. And then we got our dairy, oils, fats here in the middle. Oh, zoomed in a little too much there. Okay.
I appreciate you changing the colors of the circles.
I mean, yeah, that's a good chunk of fruits and vegetables. So compared to the old one, 50% of the diet, I'd say that
That's still that's the
probably,
same.
yeah, about the same. Whole grains has been the biggest cut, and that has kind of pushed dairy more to the front,
Yeah,
I think. And I don't, just from my experience,
yeah,
traveling the world and seeing like how different people eat, there's so many grain heavy cultures that weigh this.
yeah.
So yeah, I
But
think I think
yeah. Uh,
good.
no, I'm just looking at it because they have the dairy and the protein lumped in all together. Because you see the cheese up at the top.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And definitely gonna get you chunky, eating a whole lot of cheese with everything.
But it will make you
You will be happy.
happy.
I do think beans should move up. Beans, I think, are something we overlook. They double as a carb and a protein source,
Mhm. Mhm.
and they allow you to pull some of this meat out of the diet,
Mhm.
especially some of the fattier meats, the ground beef, the fatty red meats, bacon, if you want to remove that, and still have like a pretty good protein intake. So I would definitely move that up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. This is interesting for sure.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's keep scrolling a bit. Can't disagree with that message. Eat real food.
Right.
Prioritize diets based on whole food, nutrient dense, but they are leaning on protein, dairy before vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats. Encouraging the dramatic reduction in highly processed foods. Good. Clearly, that was a need. Um, okay. Interesting. Nearly 90% of healthcare spending go towards treating people who have chronic diseases, many of which are not genetic. 90% of healthcare spending. 70% of American adults are obese or overweight. I don't know that this is going to help them get there.
Mm,
I don't know if this is going to help them
cut them numbers.
cut the numbers the way they want. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I would definitely say they would need to increase the carbs. 'Cause those are your fat burners. That's what help keeps things regulated.
Yeah, that's your energy.
Right. Not your fat burners, but your burners.
Otherwise, you're going to be in a bad mood, grumpy all the time because your body's got nothing to burn.
Yeah, it's in deficit all the time, which is a problem because then it's going to start trying to hoard stuff.
Hmm.
Then
Exactly that.
you eating up all them meats and stuff and cheese, and your body's like, "Yeah, let me hold this, let me hold that."
You're going to turn into a cow.
Right.
You'll start
Right.
producing your own dairy from your body. Um, so portion sizes, obviously a thing. Americans have this really bad with the super size me mindset. Man, I still can't get over how large some of these drinks are these days.
Bro,
When we
listen.
talk about like liquid calories, a medium being what used to be a large.
A medium being what used to be an extra large.
Right.
Like, what do you mean? The medium has the larger size at the top and the small cup holder. That's not a medium no more.
At all.
Like, what are you
Jeez,
talking about? A
it's
small
crazy.
is the
It's
old
that
large.
it's that cheap to produce that they can just give it away essentially.
My
All
goodness.
right. Pushing hydration, still or sparkling. I do like that.
We know
I'm a
you love your sparkling.
big advocate on the sparkling. It's a
Love your
great way to
sparkling.
replace the soda itch.
Mm-hmm.
Prioritizing protein at every meal is what they're recommending next. Um, I mean, yeah. Okay, they do mention plant-based proteins, beans, peas, lentils, legumes, nuts, seeds, and soy. So that's good. I think that's important. Like
Mm-hmm.
getting people to understand that there's more protein sources out there than
But this
meat.
is why they should change the photo and put more of those items on the page.
Agree, because they got up.
So close. They literally have what? One, two, three, like one bean, and then the rest are like nuts.
Yeah, yeah. You could have said black beans, garbanzo beans, like pinto beans. Give us a variety on here. Take this out.
And then it's at the bottom. So you know people ain't even looking at that at that point.
Right. And then they're probably seeing this rice and thinking, "Oh, I'll just eat
Mm-hmm.
carbs," which is fine, right? We want them to increase that a little
But you
bit from
need the
this, but
beans with that. uh,
um, not much of a change on protein serving recommendations. 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. It's kind of the standard. Stay away from the deep frieds. Yep, yep, yep. Replace that with bake, broil, roast, stir fry, grill. Agree with all that. Consume dairy with no added sugars.
okay.
Okay. It's a good source of healthy fats, but it's also a good source of unhealthy fats. Kind
They won't tell you that part.
of a double-edged sword. Let's see. Not interested. Can I not? Okay. All right. Let's get the AI breakdown real quick. Dairy fats, traditionally deemed unhealthy, recent studies show they may have a neutral or protective effect on the heart. Interesting. What is NIH?
What, the
Got
National Institute
no.
of Health?
Yeah, or somewhere in there. Okay, low-fat dairy products became a thing because we were making a move against unsaturated fats, understandably so, because they lead to weight gain, LDL,
Things I don't
and
need.
cholesterol.
I'm
Right.
already fighting for survival on my LDLs.
Further studies. Recent studies demonstrate high-fat dairy products do not cause obesity or contribute to diabetes or cardiovascular disease. Wish that
What
last was
studies are
interesting.
these?
They're referenced here. Let's see. The dietary fat paradox. Oh,
Is that taking you right back to the same journal?
it is, but it's taking me to the bottom of the page for the reference. We were at number, what was that, 3? 5. Number 5, reference 5. Kratz and Bars, the relationship between high-fat dairy consumption and obesity. European Journal of Nutrition, 2013.
2013. Where are the recent studies at?
2016, 2000, 2016, 2015.
Listening. I'm gonna drink my tea.
Okay. 1989, 1999. Are they in order? No. 2011, 2010. Let's see if they got 2020. Nope. 21,
20.
22, 23,
Listen, they don't have anything past 2016. Sounds like
2018, 2017. Okay. Oh, because this was done in 2016. Okay.
so. We're using something that was done in 2016, and we don't have anything newer than that.
No, I'm saying this was the article
Oh,
that
from AI.
AI, yeah.
Yeah.
So the AI pointed to a 2017 medical journal article.
Does that say Republic of Iran?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, we're not going to do like a huge deep dive here, but
Yeah. No. Yeah.
debatable here is
Quite.
essentially the
My
thing,
eyebrows are
right?
raised. I'll say that.
Exactly. So I would say X-nay this, minimize this, minimize. Not saying don't enjoy it.
Just preference says.
Yes. All right. Eating fruits and vegetables throughout the day. 100% concur.
Yeah.
Nutrient dense, low calorie, great way to stay full and not put your numbers through the roof.
Yeah. Speaking of, we need to make sure we get the fruits and veggies and cut them up this time.
Yep. So about 5 servings a day. I would probably bump that up. I'd probably double that.
Double up.
In an ideal world, I would double that.
Right.
Agree there. Nothing wrong with frozen or canned, but low salt options are great. That way you can kind of control how much you're putting in there. Healthy fats, omega-3s, yep. Seafood, nuts, seeds, avocados is obviously the superfruit of superfruits.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on whole grains. Keyword here. Whole.
Mm-hmm.
Fiber rich. So refined carbs like white bread, flour tortillas, crackers. Mm, 2 to 4. I would say 4 to 6, depending on your lifestyle, right? Like you got to have the energy to burn. If you're in like construction, you don't want a little more carbohydrates to get you through the day. Obviously, limiting the highly processed stuff, sugars bad, alcohol bad, no good for pregnant women.
Little red wine don't hurt, maybe one glass, that's it.
Okay. Okay. I mean, compared to the last one, is it an improvement? I
I don't
think
I would
not.
say no.
Why do you say no?
Um, well, because it seems like they've swapped the grains and the dairy. Um,
I agree.
and yeah, and I don't think you need that much dairy. Like
No, those same things you can get from dairy, you can get them from protein, you can get them from vegetables.
yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's an improvement. I think the grains are necessary. Again, it's our primary energy source. Protein is great because, it helps you feel full longer and you can, make sure your muscles stay repaired, yada, yada, yada. But for overall health, energy, training, I definitely think you need more carbs, more beans, less dairy.
yeah, more energy rich fruit foods.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd bring dairy to the bottom here,
hmm
move whole grains into where dairy is, and then let whole grains take up this whole middle section here.
Yes,
That would be my change.
I agree.
All right. So, another thing, just out of curiosity, I wanted to look at a few other countries and their pyramids, their recommendations. So, I did some digging, and we're going to start with Norway.
No way.
Norway's is very interesting. I have to do some screen sharing finagling here. 1 second. All right. 1 second to zoom in on that. Oh yeah, look at that.
Nice. Nice. They say half of the board need to be these fruits and veggies and
Half.
beans.
Yeah, and they've got everything on here: fruits, watermelon, grapes, leafy greens, your root vegetables,
hmm
broccoli, carrots, mangoes, chilies. Very wide representation. Love it.
Yeah.
Uh, we've got about we've got a pretty hefty grouping of carbs here. Breads,
Yeah. It's definitely more
potatoes,
than 25%.
a little
It's a
less, I
little
would say.
over.
Yeah,
It's over 25%.
It's larger than the U.S. one. I
Oh,
know that.
oh, for sure.
I can
Hands
say that. It's
down.
larger than the U.S. one.
Hands down.
And then
What's that little one? Is that nuts?
this one right here,
Yeah.
that one, yeah, it's nuts,
Oh, those are your nuts and
uh,
beans there.
nuts, beans, oils.
Okay. So they went just all out on the fruits and veggies.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. I love it.
Here's your
Okay.
desserts and snackages. They still got a sizable amount of dairy. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's the same
meat and
amount as,
dairy
yeah.
is still about 25%.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing here that they emphasize that I like, do I got a marker or something I can use on here? Hold on. Guess not. Water up here in the top
Mm.
right.
I definitely missed that.
Big pitcher of water
Yeah.
to go along with your 50% fruits and vegetables. So
Yeah,
yeah, like ideal world, I would say this is what I would shoot for.
for sure.
50% fruits, vegetables,
I
good
would say that
carb
that's
base
pretty much our house now.
for the
But
most part. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
our snacks kind of creep into the dairy a little bit. We don't really do a whole lot of dairy,
Oh,
but
I
we
be throwing
do
dairy in. Yeah, we put dairy in food a lot though. And then we eat cheese sticks. We put the feta in the salad. Like we be, and then when I do the smoothies, there's Greek yogurt and milk.
yeah, but still, like you're putting what, a cup, and we're splitting that cup.
Yeah. Yeah, a cup of each. So yeah, it's a half cup. So it's still a whole cup each. But yeah, I mean, I'd say that this is about what we do.
Yeah, that's fair. So this one was pretty cool.
This is
What?
Norway, you said?
This is Norway. Yeah, I pulled this
Ah,
from their handbook thing.
Norway know how to eat.
Next one is
What they season is like.
Switzerland.
Swiss.
See what them Swisses is cheesing about.
Right.
Let's see. Theirs looks very different. That is
Liquids.
good.
Liquids. Liquids
Huge emphasis on
start
liquid.
here. If you just start here, you're good.
We got coffee. We got tea. We got tea. We got
Water.
water, sparkling water.
Yep.
Drink a lot of it.
Water.
Couldn't agree with this more.
Water-based drinks and water.
Water, flavored water.
Yeah.
Seasoned water.
Seasoned water.
Right above that, very similar to Norway, big emphasis on the fruits and vegetables.
Hmm.
They're not showing as much of a variety here, but we're still showing that as kind of the foundation.
Hmm.
And very similar to Norway, just above that, we've got our carbs, our breads, our starches, potatoes, rice,
Hmm.
maybe some beans. No, it's pasta, I think. I think that's pasta.
I think it's interesting when you go up and look at their protein sources. There's no red meat. There's no bird. There's just what? Is that chicken or is that fish? Am I tripping?
I think this one here is fish. This one
Mhm.
here is chicken.
Okay. Well, chicken. Oh, and then there's eggs. I guess that would be a bird as well. But there's not a lot of representation of various meat sources.
Very true. What I do see, unlike where they're making up for that, they do have beans here
Hmm.
and they've got tofu.
Hmm.
So more non-meat options here
Hmm.
being advertised as protein sources, not just as beans as a grain, as
Yeah.
a, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I like that.
And we're still kind of saying that 50-50 split between meat and dairy here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's actually a common theme I'm noticing. The recommendation is like one
Mm-hmm.
to one with beef and dairy or meat and dairy. And just above that, we've got our oils, butters, nuts, and snacks.
Snackeries, sugary drinks, and some chocolate.
Burning up all of my insides.
Just
But
enough.
for 5 seconds, I feel alive.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I like this one actually.
Yeah.
I like the highlighted base of, hey, water, liquid. It flushes the body, it keeps things moving, keeps your nutrients going where they need to go, gets rid of the bad stuff,
Hmm.
100%. Getting that nutrient dense fruit and vegetable base layer on top of that, followed by some carbs for some energy, and then proteins to keep yourself strong and fit. Not upset about it. Very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. This is probably the best one so far.
Usually so.
Yeah.
So, quick look at the next one. We've got
On to the next.
Colombia,
Colombia.
which is an easier way to share this. So
Buenas.
they actually use the plate picture as well, so you can get that pie chart feel, but also kind of look at if you're looking down at your plate, what should you see?
Hmm.
Um, Interesting thing here that they're highlighting the other ones don't. Physical activity down here
Physically
at the
fit.
bottom.
Yep.
I don't think any of the other ones have had that yet.
No. But you know what? They be walking. So I mean,
Man, those hills are no joke.
so you're gonna be physically active whether you want to or not.
So, all right, let's break it down. We've got
Fruit and
a much
vegetables.
smaller recommendation of fruit and veggies. This is about just over 25%.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably closer to the US recommendation
Mm-hmm.
here.
But them grains though. You see
About the
it.
same, about
Yeah.
26, 30%.
Mm-hmm. That
Yuca,
name.
corn,
Uh-huh.
plantains, potatoes, rice,
Yep.
and
All
a
the
good chunk
energy.
of dairy also.
Yeah, they're about equal, those three.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So this one's probably closer to the US one
Mm-hmm.
in general. It's a pretty even spread of fruits, veggies, dairy, meat, and carbs, and then everything else is just kind of mixed in there with what's left.
Wonder when was this printed or published?
Mm, let's see. I'm seeing references on YouTube as early as 2025. Um,
I wonder if theirs recently changed as well.
this was the most recent one I found when I was digging,
Mm-hmm.
but also my Spanish is limited.
Yeah, no worries. No, I was just
So,
you don't have to dig into it. I was just curious, but I can look into it if I want to. No big deal.
yeah, no, it's a good question. But yeah, this was the most recent one I found from the, what is this? The Food and Agricultural Organization.
There you go. Oh, I'm just yelling out random stuff. Don't mind me.
What's up?
Nothing.
Right. All right. So yeah, this one actually is not too far off from the US one, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Um, I'm actually, can I just screen two share maybe? Yeah, okay. All right. So the next one, we're gonna start moving back east. We're gonna hit Portugal next.
Portugal.
And there's looks kind of familiar too. So this one is
Look at
also
that. Look at
agricultural
them.
organization.
Look at them carbs, bro.
Wow, interesting. Okay, so heavy on the carbs, the bread, the pasta, the potatoes, the grains, heavy on the fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
Between the three of those, that's
That's two thirds of the board
70% of
dang
the
there.
diet. Yeah, very minimal oils and butters, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
High on the dairy, especially compared to the proteins. We've seen
Man.
that 1-to-1 ratio so far. This is
Yeah.
probably two to 1
1 to 3. Yeah,
dairy to
2 to 1. Yeah.
protein. Yeah. But variety of beans and lentils and stuff right here.
And then water.
Water. At the center of it all,
Right.
water.
Start
Keep
here.
that digestion. Keep that digestion moving and healthy.
Mhm.
Okay. Pretty simple. Um,
I
it's
mean,
like a
I agree with
step.
this too.
Yeah, I would say less dairy overall in general, but everyone's diet will be different, right? Based on their health, their conditions, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm always going to push more towards,
Yeah, those three.
yeah. I mean, protein also, I would bump that up, but I'm going to pull those more from the bean sources versus the meats, the heavy meats, the red meats, the ground beefs, the
So would you then double up the beans so that way it would be the total amount where the beans and meat are, and then take like half of that milk and put, meat to take up half of what the milk is. Sorry, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I like that. Double switch the ratio here
Yeah.
of meats and dairies, so it's two servings of meat per one serving of dairy,
Hmm.
and then probably just take up a little bit of the carbohydrate space for the beans and legumes and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
just since they kind of fall in that category anyways.
Yeah.
I, I think you could give up some of your carbs, maybe some of your pastas,
Yeah.
your higher processed carbs for those beans.
I feel like these places also infer that they're making their own pastas too.
I'm sure nobody is inferring that in 2026.
Uh, I
Um,
mean,
but overall, not bad. Maybe they've got a big coffee culture, and so they're big on
yeah.
milk-based coffees. Who knows? All right, curveball here. Next one, we've got Tanzania.
Tanzania.
So this is from the United Republic of Tanzania Ministry of Health.
Okay. Let's
And
put that in.
the big thing I see,
Listen.
very carb
Taking
forward.
up almost half the board. Mm,
Carbohydrates.
that's good.
Oh man, they are not playing,
No games played.
not playing at
No
all. Very
games
carb
played.
forward. Um, I would assume that they have a very active lifestyle based off of this. Just you've got if you're this carb heavy, you're probably walking a lot.
You
You're
are
probably
active.
riding a bike instead of
Yeah.
driving to work.
My
Um,
goodness.
wow, yeah. And fruits and vegetables are maybe just above 25% of the overall
Mhm.
diet recommendation.
Yeah. Yeah. Just above.
Interesting
Wow.
here, they push more for beans and things over animal sources of protein.
Which makes sense.
It does. Beans are cheaper. They're easy to store. They last longer. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
This is crazy work.
Yeah. Wow. They don't even have desserts on here.
None. Don't
They
need
got
them. Don't eat them.
yeah. Got some
Drink
oil.
water. Oh,
Wow. This is impressive.
yeah.
The U.S. would gawk at this.
Would
Wow.
not make it. Would not make it. They would look at this and
Not
be
at
like,
all.
we're going to be fat. Yeah, because you
Everyone's
don't
gonna
walk
have
anywhere.
diabetes.
Because you don't go to the gym like you're supposed to.
You're consuming all of this energy and not using any of it.
Not using it at all. You're sitting at a desk all day. What are you doing? Right.
I'm burning energy. Leave me alone.
These are not considered curls. They're not.
Yeah,
Ugh.
this is a big switch up, actually.
Yeah.
Total opposite of the US one from the perspective of this was at the very bottom. Carbs were at the bottom. I
Not
would be
here.
interested to see like obesity rates
Hmm.
if the population is living more off of this versus um, versus a more protein, fruit, veggie heavy.
Hmm.
Let's see. Maybe I can just ask the AIs. Let's find out. Doot, doot, doot.
How's that
Average
coffee treating you?
obesity rate, Tanzania 2026. Oh yeah, that's right. They got this research thing now. The coffee's delicious. I needed it. What you sipping on over there?
My molasses water.
Molasses water.
Hmm.
You don't have to elaborate on that.
It's just something that I've been doing instead of like when I want coffee, instead of getting that, I just get a spoonful of unsulfured molasses and some water. Something I seen somewhere. So there's some benefit. I don't remember it right now, but at the time I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I need that," and I wrote it on my board. So then I bought it and started doing it, and now I don't remember why.
It's
But it's
okay. You
good.
made a change. It was positive.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, let me see what has changed. I think I don't. Now I'm gonna have to look it up because I feel like maybe it has something to do with the bladder. Uh,
Okay.
I could be all wrong. uh, okay. No, we need to get that.
Interesting.
Um,
Okay. So obesity rates in Tanzania are rising. particularly among women in urban areas, with an overall national obesity prevalence of roughly 14 to 15% in women and 5% for men as of 2024-2025. Okay, so what is it for the US? We're talking 14 to 15% women, 5% men. 37 to 40%. So they doing way better than us.
Yep. Yep.
Clearly.
Way
Clearly.
better.
All right.
Okay. My sidebar really quickly. It says the unsulfured molasses is rich in nutrients, contains essential vitamins and minerals, including iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium, making it a nutrient-dense sweetener. It's high in antioxidants, and it supports bone health because of the calcium and magnesium content. Helps with anemia because of the iron. And I'd be cold all the time, so I don't have anemia, but I know my iron levels typically sit lower than what is preferred.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, so there's those benefits. So yeah,
All
I
right.
like it.
Hey, if you like it, I love it.
Mhm.
All right, we got one more to look at, and we're gonna go to the Far East, to one of my favorite places,
Okay,
Japan.
Japan.
I'm expecting this to be very similar to Tanzania because they like their carbs. Rice is a staple for every meal. So looking at it, that's what we're seeing. We got water teas at the top,
Get your
fueling
drink
it
on.
with the physical activity to keep this top spinning.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cool illustration.
Yeah. Did you delete it?
5 to 7 of grainy dishes. That's noodles, soups, rice, tofu, maybe. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, maybe.
Either way, they lean heavily on the grains,
Hmm.
the rice, the bread, the noodles. Second place, they're pushing the vegetables specifically, because
Hmm.
down here at the bottom,
I
we've
see
got
it's
fruit
just fruits.
separated,
Yeah.
which is an interesting, we haven't seen that separation before.
Yeah.
Okay. So carb heavy, secondary on the vegetables, meat stacks on top of that, fish, eggs, and we're seeing, oh, okay. See, this is more what I was thinking for,
The milk to meat ratio.
yeah, that milk to meat ratio, dairy to animal meat ratio, a 2 to
Yeah.
1, leaning more towards the fish and meat proteins. So that makes sense to me. But fruit, I think that needs to come up
I wonder
quite
if
a
it
bit.
has. I wonder if their issue is the sugars. And I know they're natural sugars and that they're good for you, but I wonder if that has something to do with their decision.
Maybe. Because what's interesting is they don't have sugars on here at all, like the candies,
Hmm.
the cakes. They don't have that on here at all. So maybe it's bunched in with those.
Maybe.
I mean, like obviously they're saying just don't eat them. Like we're not even
Like,
gonna
what are
acknowledge
they? Why? Why are they here? There's no point because they don't even have fats in there either.
it.
Like, yeah, no. Get a good walk and
Yeah.
then go from there.
I mean, for the most part, this makes sense. It's a very walk heavy society. So you're gonna need those carbs to keep you going. in between train stops and walking from building to building, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of walking out there. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Vegetables following up right behind that, um, with the meat is kind of topping all that off. I think that is very reflective of the ramen bowl. You got a big old helping of noodles, you got a bunch
Yeah.
of veggies packed in there, and then you get like two slices of meat, those
Mm-hmm.
little pork slices or whatever, and that's all they give you. You get the egg, and you're not getting a big 16-ounce steak cut up in your ramen. Very different.
Yep. Yep. Makes sense though, but yeah, very different. Other than the fruits part, I don't. That one. That one. Yeah.
Throws you for a loop.
Yeah.
I actually want to
But
look at
yeah.
these two side by side because these two are the most carb heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious. Yeah, they've got fats and oils on the Tanzania one.
But see, they got a lot of the nuts and beans and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually interesting. Because again,
Mm.
I kind of put the nuts and stuff, nuts, beans
No, that's just
into.
all nuts, isn't it? Those are nuts and seeds.
Are they
What are
all?
pulses?
Okay.
What the heck are pulses?
I don't know.
I'm over here learning stuff. Wait a minute. Pulses. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, if they're nuts, then I guess that means the beans are falling in here, which makes sense. But
Pulses
that
are the
is.
edible seeds of leguminous plants.
Oh, okay. But they put a lot more respect on fruit's name in Tanzania than Japan does.
Mm. Hmm. Interesting. I think, yeah, I still think, was it, who was it with the water on the bottom? Colombia? No, that
I
wasn't Colombia. That was,
think it was Switzerland. This one?
yeah. Who was this?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Yes.
2024. Pretty
I
new.
gotta go. Yeah, we're gonna have to go out there and check out some of their cuisine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this was an interesting dive. I've never really thought about checking out what dietary guidelines were for other countries. So, US has a new one,
Colombia has a new one.
pretty controversial.
Hmm.
How much of this is influenced by bum 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 the dairy industry?
Mm.
Because yeah, cheese can go a little bit, dairy, milk can go. You can do soy, you can do oat.
Right, there's alternatives.
Like this side of the pyramid a lot. We need a
Hmm.
little more of this and a little more of that.
For sure. That's a for sure right on.
And you know that's right. All right. Well, this was productive.
Hmm.
What are your overall thoughts, Melly Mel?
I mean, I still think we sit in the what was that? What first one? Norway, I think it was, where we were similar to.
Norway, we were not similar. Norway
Oh,
was the 50% fruit and vegetables. They were heavy.
oh, no, we're definitely not Norway. Whatever it was that.
Colombia.
Oh, okay.
It was
Back
Colombia.
where we belong.
Yeah, Colombia had a very similar one to the U.S.
Yeah,
But they lean a little more into the carbs
right.
versus our new one. This was similar to the old U.S. My Plate design.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, I I'm like you. I don't necessarily wholeheartedly agree with the updated pyramid. I guess it's not a pyramid anymore. Um, but I'm no scientist, so I didn't do the research.
Well, they did put out all of the science behind it, which I actually have to look into to see why. Why the dairy? Why?
Listen, a lot of people will say if you follow the money, you'll find the answer. I feel like it's probably very similar here.
Yeah, yeah.
Typically, when things change, it's either has to do with money or something significant has occurred.
Enough people are saying, "Hey, research says."
Right.
Wow. Okay. Ooh, actually, one last thing, because we were looking at these. Let me share my screen one more time.
One more time.
Got this interesting chart, 2026 life expectancy by country.
Oh, sniggity snaps. Here we go.
All right. So we said US and Colombia had very similar guidelines. So
Hmm.
US, we're sitting at 79 years old is the
Hmm.
average life expectancy.
Okay. Got
79.
Colombia.
Colombia,
77. So very close.
very
Yep.
close. A little less, surprisingly. Um, who else did we look at? Norway.
Norway. 83. They're a little older than us. They're a little older than us.
A little bit older, 83.
Did we do what did we do Portugal? No, we didn't do Portugal, did we?
Yeah, we
Oh, we
did. We
did
did
do Portugal.
Portugal. Norway was 50% fruits and vegetables, by the way.
Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm.
That was their big standout.
They might know a little something. 82.
Portugal,
Okay.
82.
They might know a
Portugal,
little something too.
let me pull theirs up again. They had,
The breads.
yeah, they were like 25% bread, fruit, vegetables
Right.
each, and then very little meat,
Mm-hmm.
but all a two to
A lot
one
of
on the.
dairy. Yeah, it was a dairy heavy. Yeah.
So they've still got a longer life expectancy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Switzerland, 84, so they're up there too.
Mm. They living.
They're above Norway by a little bit.
They are living. 84.
Okay. Tanzania,
Tanzania.
67.
67. No, they not living over there.
They much shorter lifespan.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know why.
Yes. I was thinking the same thing.
All right. And then our other one was,
Because we have to factor in like healthcare stuff too now.
yeah,
Right. It's getting deep. Japan. Japan.
Japan. Drum roll, please. 84,
84.
almost 85. I think that takes the
I think they're
crown.
the highest. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. They're the highest.
Yep. Not by much.
But they there.
But they were there. And they relied heavily on the carbs and vegetables.
Heavy on the carbs and veggies. They said, I don't care about your fruit.